some rounds with Ciara, white belt for my gym. Really solid, good movement. The one thing that I would look out for that we didn't talk about today is overcommitting once you've passed the guard. Especially with someone larger than you, I would highly suggest using a more wet blanket, less commitment, more floaty style side control. That really hard, strong, holding kind of side control is much better when you're bigger than the other person. Something to consider in these positions, especially when the person's on their knees like this, is if you have good sleeve control and good posture control like you do here, don't be afraid to launch triangles, because in those launching of triangles, you can recover and get to better sweeping positions. But here, I kind of pointed it out and you were able to get to that triangle. So one thing I'm noticing is that once you have the grips that you like, don't be afraid to change the angle of your body towards mine, yeah? So go back and forth, because only with that back and forth and your weight are you going to off balance. If you try and off balance me with just your upper body, it's not going to work. And if I trap your bottom leg like I did here, then it's going to be very difficult. So keep that bottom leg free and don't be afraid to switch angles. So there was a triangle opportunity there, but here we talked about framing on bone. You see how your left leg is kind of in the air, you're trying to get up, but your right leg is trapped, yeah? So don't be afraid to use your left leg and sneak it into my bicep and frame to get that control from underneath your leg. If I have control underneath your leg, it's called a scoop grip. It's very difficult to move your hips around. So don't be afraid to take your time, sneak your foot in to kind of like a spider guard on that side. And then here, again, it's always tough. Don't be afraid to pull on my lapel and my collar to get up. So I was making it difficult because I wasn't falling back, but as I fall back, you'll be able to pull yourself up along with me. And then turning the foot and making sure that it's higher up on the leg will prevent the ankle lock. So that lapel looping around the leg is called the 90s worm. So this is where I have the 90s worm and single leg X engage. It's a very powerful guard. So don't be afraid to use it because you do like single leg X. So something to consider when I'm on my butt like this far back, come into me and force me on my back. Don't run away from me because I'll be able to get up and chase you, which I do here. So at the end, we talked about inverting and how it would help. Right here is where you would invert. If you were able to tuck your head underneath your leg, you'd be in a really good guard position. So that was one example of where inversion helps. Really good use of the 90s worm here, getting to a wrestling position, and then wrestling and sweeping over. Really good work. And then you use that grip to pass. Didn't show you that, but you used it perfectly. The only problem is you pulled me on, or I kind of got up. Try to put more pressure and stay on top of me there because you weren't completely on my back. If you were completely on my back, I would have been in a bad spot. But because you were kind of sideways, I was able to turn into your guard. Another place where if you inverted here, then you would have been able to get out, but tough because the inversion, you might get stacked. Really good guard pull into single leg X, but I didn't let you get that foot frame and then I passed right there. Yeah, so we talked about what you should do here. Try to get that scoop grip of underneath the leg there. You can see in the mirror where your hand is. That's where it's best from here in terms of getting that leverage on that limb. And then from here you can bowl me over, or if I stand up, which I usually will, you can get your leg into this X guard here. And then from here you can sweep me in either direction, and it's a very tight guard, both in no gi and in gi as well. Really technical passing here. You did a really good job getting underneath my arm and then passing into side control. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, try to be a little more floaty here. I know it feels good to hold and hold me down, but it keeps you off balance. That was a really good post, but you just overcommit a little bit. Just post more and be a little more floaty. And if you can pull on my gi to get a little counterbalance, and you want to try and be a little more loose, because the tighter you are, the better that reversal is. And then from here, a little armbar sequence, doing a really good job defending. Excellent foot placement. Really great place to put the foot, and then getting up, awesome armbar work. Just a little calf slice here, be careful, but then we'll continue on into a really good pass sequence. You get past my guard here, and then into mount. Beautiful. Really close here. If it was any deeper, I probably would have tapped. Really good positioning there. Just the grip gave out. Just a little hand conditioning, getting your grip stronger will definitely finishing most people in that position. And the first one we talked about, make sure you get that single strap backpack. I just knock you forward. Another place, if you invert right here, you're right past my guard, right into side control. Really good calmness today. That was a tight arm bar, but you were able to rotate the arm in the right direction, get out. Beautiful. Yeah, this is called the cradle. Just be careful you don't put your head too close to your knee. That loop isn't as big as you may think. I have big arms, so I was able to get it, but people with smaller arms, if you're not careful, will be able to get to that position. But really good sprawl to get into this kind of more dominant position. And then again, you see, if you were a little more upright with your head more upright, it'd be better because you're so overcommitted and there's such a large thing to roll over. I just have to trap your arm. So just be careful about that arm getting trapped more than anything. You need to post that arm and then maybe transition to knee on belly and then make it dangerous with chokes. Just excellent, really technical pass there. Good mechanics, getting right into the perfect position. Really excellent work. And then again here, you should be kind of looking for that single strap. I know I make it hard, but if you get that opposite backpack grip, this sequence is much more difficult for me. So just explaining that single strap back take concept, you can see my hand is reached towards the near side lapel and it reaches all the way around. It's not that far side of the lapel, it's this near side one. And as you build height, I'm able to topple you over because I have complete control of that entire torso and that arm. A little 90s worm exhibition and then a crucial mistake, tucking your leg right there, the ankle lock. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this sequence because you can see how powerful that grip is. I could be completely in a terrible position, but for you, because you're not used to that position, I'm able to get to these weird behind you positions. And then to finish, another really technical, great knee cut. Awesome rounds. Thanks for coming in this week. See you next time.